Hello, how you doing? Thanks for having me on here today. Please do. Alright, right. Please do. Oh, thank you. Coffee? Sugar? Thanks. Thanks.
Mr. Jones, are you aware of the recent backlash you've received from the vegan and vegetarian communities of your series of meat-related videos and almost propaganda on your YouTube channel, Derry Dinners?
I'm totally unaware of that. In fact, I'm a great advocate of the vegetarian community.
But it doesn't come across that way.
I feel like you're on the offensive here. I hope you're coming here to conduct an interview about one of the most original YouTube creation studios on the planet.
So are you actually aware of this backlash you've received from both the vegetarian and vegan community?
No, listen, I respect the members, active members of the vegan community. No issue whatsoever about eating vegetables, and in fact I do eat vegetables quite frequently, and I know people who eat vegetables. The meat, obviously, yeah. You know, people have a problem. I have a problem with meat myself now. I'm not, many.
But we've also seen online articles accusing you of sponsorship or endorsement.
No, that has never been the case, and that is totally unfounded allegations. People have jumped the gun. They've looked at it and says, look, this is a meat consuming platform or whatever, which probably is the case. Has a lot of meat. But I think if you look forward now to future episodes, you're going to see a lot more vegetarian. You're going to see a lot more meat free. Absolutely, and I've got some great dishes in mind, and in fact one of my speciality dishes is in fact vegetable soup. Totally vegan. Now a lot of people like to put chicken, stock, ham, stock, all that
there
kind of thing.
There you go again.
Beef, shin beef,
meat.
Shin beef and stuff. This is going to be like totally vegetarian, and in fact I'm doing a lot of research. I've sourced stock cubes that are like pure vegan. I'm going to be using those, and it's going to be amazing. You're probably going to look back on embarrassment at this interview. You really are. So I was taken by surprise, as like everybody else. The controversy that arose out of it. Now I didn't realise how heavily dependent on the meat industry or food was in the local area. I can't explain that, and I don't feel I need to apologise for what was going on, although I am sympathetic to anybody who is vegetarian, and as like a token of my appreciation of vegetarian foods and vegetables in general, I've decided to do this montage of what I believe to be one of the best vegetarian dishes in my repertoire. I've gone to great pains to source the local produce, and for some people you're not going to have access to this type of ingredient, but the primary thing we're looking at here is a diced soup mix. Now for the benefit of those who can't get this conveniently, I'll read out the ingredients in the back of the package, and it is carrot, leek, parsley and celery. Now those are on proportion obviously, about 47% carrot, roughly 45% leek and 5% parsley and celery. Now you can get that yourself and chop it all up, but I've kind of thought to myself, you know what, this is season 2. At this stage you've accomplished a lot. If you've come with me on this journey, you know now how to chop stuff up and that, so I'm not going to go over that again. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I don't know how vegetarian you're going to go on this one here. Like if you're talking super vegetarian, okay, I'm going to use butter in this, right? So like, I don't know if you're going to go pure vegan or not, like, but I'll probably try and, no, we could do, this is margarine. This says margarine for vegan. In fact, I don't even mention that I'm putting this on. So butter. So, right, just ignore that. So I'm going to use a wee bit of cooking oil. Now, maybe if you're going to be more traditional about this, you would use maybe butter or something. But it's just really to fry off the stuff first. I've got an onion, one onion chopped up. I'm going to throw that in. So you can get the soup mix, you can buy the individual items, but I just bought for convenience to buy them all chopped up like that. You probably don't need to do this stage, but I'm not putting any water on, I'm just kind of frying it off to begin with. And the only reason I'm doing that is to fill in a bit of time, because otherwise this would be a very short video where basically you just put all the stuff in a pot and pour boiling water on top of it. but I want to build up a bit of suspense with this one, like, so I've decided to fry off the vegetables. So you've got that vegetable stuff just kind of, there's a name for it probably, but it's basically frying at the bottom of that pan. And you need, with any vegetable kind of food, you need to something to bulk it out. And in this instance we're using red lentils. Now these are relatively inexpensive, although I've noticed the price has been increasing over the last while back. Probably been artificially inflated by the vegan community. These are yellow split peas that I got out of Lidl because they're like 50p a bag, and I thought to myself, that seems very cheap, and I get a substantial amount of them. So I thought, I've started to use here now, you can get a thing called soup mix, and it contains barley, and that is traditionally what people would put on a soup like this, but I don't know, hey, I'm not a big fan. Well, it's alright, like, it's not amazing just, but a lot of that stuff there, look, there's not, usually pile out dirt on that, like you see that frothy stuff there coming off it, like, you probably want to give that a good rinse here. And this probably wouldn't be sufficient by some people's standards, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time rinsing that. But you can see it out stuff there, to see it? See it? See that whiteness? Don't want that. So that's probably about enough there. You probably want, what's that, about a third of a container this size, just to fill. I've taken out some of the stuff, but far too many if you were judging by what I put on there. I'm just going to throw these in. Now at this stage, I really doesn't, I don't think that does any makes any difference really, I'm just putting them on at this stage for convenience. So a big thing about a soup is trying to get a bit of flavour off it, obviously, and there's many ways you can do that, but we're trying to keep this in a vegetarian vein in light of criticism. But what's really important here is probably to use exactly 1.5 litres of boiling water. Now in my case, this kettle holds exactly 1.5 litres of boiling water, which makes it very convenient. You pour it on. And that's kind of it. Now in terms of the flavour for it, what we're going to be using here is stock cubes. You can select your own stock cube based on your preference, but I've checked this on the internet and they've been assured that this particular variety is vegetarian suitable. So I'm going to use 2 of those. So to be fair, I wouldn't normally put broccoli in there, but I just thought it would look pretty good splashing in there in slow motion. So, hey, that's basically it. Get that up there, good boy, and then come back and see it on an hour's time or so. Now this probably isn't a great time for it. We'll probably have a soup tomorrow, you know, we need to do this in advance to get the flavours mature on it. We were not here to talk about that today. You invited me to talk about one of the most successful YouTube stations on
you
the.
have offended
at least you could do is to congratulate me for putting that content online, and here I am now having to feel myself under interrogation. I'm not a judge. What controversy?